I'm tagging people, but
One enemy
55.
So today we're going to be doing a VOD review of myself, of me playing Jett on Ascent. Currently I am still ranked Silver 2, so don't judge too much, my fellow gamers. But today we're going to be definitely trying to take a little bit of a dive into my own gameplay and seeing if I can kind of find a few things that I can work on and things like that. Here we are. So we're playing Jett on Ascent. This is a map where mid control is very, very important. On pistol round, it might not be that important because, you know, 5 stacking and pushing it on pistols is something that is commonly done. But as well as maybe we don't have to completely 5 stack. We could probably have like 4 push one side or 3 and then have 2 push through mid still. But looking at our team comp, I am the solo duelist and I am also a fast duelist. What I mean by fast duelist is things like Neon, Yoru, Jett. They are able to enter site very, very quickly. So those should technically always be the first one onto site, right? Yeah, everybody else is kind of a little slower, so I should be the one leading the way. First round buys are kind of, you know, whatever you want to grab, but there is that. So, like I said, I should probably be one of the first ones to push in A main, but right now I'm trying to take control of mid. I do get one tap, he gets one tap too, and that round is over. I would say my first mistake there is probably my pathing. I should probably be playing main and, well, A main and allowing my teammates. Alright, so now we are on round 2. We did win round 1, so we're able to buy up, buying a Marshall. And now we're going to be playing for mid control because we do have the range advantage, so I believe this is the correct play. We do get a pick mid. It's cool. Got another pick mid, and that's over from A side. So at this point here, we should be looking at minimap and kind of seeing what our teammates are watching. Right, so we have Brim we have our 2 controllers playing off each other, our Gecko kind of solo holding backside. And then we're going to have me and the Sky playing off each other. So the reason I don't initially hold this left side peek is because I don't want them to be able to kind of peek from a place where they can be safe from my Sky. I wanted to force them into my Sky in a sense, so that basically if the Sky fights, I fight. So I think my first initial peek was fine. I did take a peek, an aggressive peek there, and I think that's okay as well. Alright, so we are on 3rd round, so this is a bonus round, so technically I don't need to buy up again. I could probably just save my money, because if we do lose this round, it will mess up our economy with how much I'm spending currently. Because now they should have guns, because I don't think they forced. We know one's in the corner there. So right here, I'm in a very unfortunate situation. I'm at 4 health. I know KJ is near me, and her turret is active. So what that means is I really can't leave this position. I know KJ is nearby, so I'm going to tell my team to run B. But from here, I just need to kind of wait out until she leaves, and then I can make a rotation. So I'm just listening for footsteps now. And I apologize that you guys can't hear the game audio. The reason for that is because I have it on multiple tracks, so that I'm able to tweak my volume and the game volume. But when I'm watching in, like, you know, my video thing, it doesn't play the full sound. And yep, we get the pick. Alright, at this point here, we should be checking their economy so that we can get a better feel of how we want to play this round. But I should be fighting for mid, though. So we know we got 2 tree. We got 1 pick tree. There's no need to have him re-aggress that. Holding angles right now. We are up 1. They should be rotating. So right now, I think the mindset I should have is that since we got a pick on tree, the enemy should probably be rotating over to help A. So we should have that mindset that they're going to push. FA was very adamant on fighting mid, so. That could have been very badly, but we got the pick. Nonetheless, I know that he only has one way out, so we're just going to cut him off here. There we go. Good round, good round. I definitely could have played a little bit more aggressive. I think that's the issue there. Like I feel like the round wasn't terrible and we won, right? But I think the proper play was for me to play faster, especially after we get a pick through tree. I could probably run up tree, or I could just push mid and try to catch off rotates. So right here we made a lot of noise, so they're gonna smoke. They're not mollying the smoke, so I could still walk out. But I would need a flash, I would say, or I need to dash into my smoke, which I try to walk out into it, but I get revealed and die. So I should probably go faster. If I get out faster, I probably don't get revealed. So should be fighting for mid control though. Get a pick mid, nice. Fortunately, I didn't know that stops your momentum going upwards, but no need to take an unnecessary risk. Already got to pick mid. We know where he's at. Right now I'm kind of trying to play off of their vision cones, but they're not seeing anything. Now that I see that they saw the omen, I'm going to walk out. Nice. Big pig. So I think one piece of information that I lack here is just being aware of the drill. Now that KJ's down, I don't have to worry about it so much. We know they have an op. No reason to peek them. No reason to lose a gun. So I took a little aggro peek there. Realized that I didn't hit a shot, and I'm just going to back off here. So my only issue here is that I have two teammates playing for lineups here, which I mean, don't know how necessary that is, but in all reality, Jett doesn't have a winning situation here, and the enemy Jett should just save. There's no point of him walking in here with the op. So if anything, if the enemy Jett was probably better player, he would probably just hold exits, probably go market and wait for somebody to run out and try to get a pick there, which maybe he did, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Looking at their economy, right? They can buy an op. They can afford an op. Most of them should be able to have guns with full utility as well, so they should have full buys. There we go. It's a good round. I would say currently we're doing pretty well kill wise. And but I think the only thing is I'm just not always entering. I don't think that was bad last round there because I was trying to fight for mid control, but I just didn't feel comfortable fighting it alone. Alright, so we know that KJ's broke. So KJ not only can't full buy, but she can't buy all her utility. So she can either get one or the other. So she's either gonna get a good gun with like no utility, or she's gonna get a shit gun, right, with good utility, right? So we'll be able to tell based off of what she puts down, or she'll get utility with a gun with no fucking armor. Reyna is basically a walking gun, so I think she gets one devour, so she's basically the same thing. But she won't get any flashes if she buys a gun. So yeah, so they theoretically they should be on bad buys. They should be on bad buys. Unless they're going guns with no util, but on defense with having no util is kind of yikes. So we're just gonna assume that they're on bad buys. So right here, we should probably just be playing for mid control / picks. No reason to take any like short range fights. So we do get a pick mid. So, there you go. I'm not sure what gun he had, but he died pretty quickly. Reyna has a Phantom, so we could probably say we could probably be confident that Reyna doesn't have any more util. Way to play off that util by my initiator. I think the reason I buy a gun here is I'm not fully confident in my knife usage as of yet. Looking for a cheeky knife play here. Catch him off guard. Right there. And that's a pretty good entry by me, low key. So I'm low, so there's no reason for me to, I think, force anything because I'm so low. But right now, I should probably be communicating to my Brimstone, hey, let's play the same angle, right? And the corner that I'm in, Brim can play, and then I can play a wider angle, and basically they can kill me, and then they'll assume that Brim's not in that corner, and then Brim will have basically a free spot to play from. There we go, and we get a gun. So see right there, like for all that, like I didn't have to buy a gun, right? I got multiple picks, and I would have got the Spectre anyway because of the picks that I got. So why did I buy a gun, right? I was nervous that I wasn't gonna make a play, and I ended up killing 3 with knives, and I got an upgrade. So yeah, it's cool that I got an upgrade, right? And so I basically technically saved money because I bought a Spectre, got a Vandal for it. But I could have probably even had more money. My economy could have been even better, you know. And I think in a game where your economy can lose you the game because if you don't have money to buy anything or you can't buy for your teammates, you know, like that could hurt you in the long run. So I got to make sure that I'm making the right choices in that sense. So right here, I'm just playing an awkward angle. And I think this is like, I wouldn't say this is terrible, but I think the next thing that I do is probably bad. So not knowing where the enemies are, I kind of just float down, make a lot of noise, and then bam, get swung, right? So yeah. Right there, swinging without a gun mount. No bueno. Alright, so playing aggressive on defense here to begin with. See how this works out for me. So right here, if I'm gonna make this play, right, I need to talk to my Brimstone. My Brimstone is playing very far back for me to be playing here, which means that if I get swung, there's no way for him to help me. And I believe he also has a classic. So I think this play is totally okay, but he needs to be playing close enough to where maybe I can like do a jiggle peek, right, or play from a farther angle. I don't need to be like tucked in that corner, you know. So right now we have sight on bomb, right? We know where our bomb is, right? Things like that. Cool Vandal there, right? But why are we picking up a Vandal and reloading at 20 bullets? So we get swung there because of that fatal mistake. I think right there, maybe we didn't even pick up the Vandal. Okay, we picked up the Vandal, cool. But the issue with that is it gives away our position. You know, obviously she's gonna assume that we're probably Hell or Jen, right? So from there, it's just gonna be like she has to take that gamble. But with me picking up that gun there, it gives her the undeniable information that I am in Hell. So she's ready to, pre-fire that angle. Don't need to. So right there, we have the man advantage, and I got a gun upgrade. Why am I swinging? There's no need to swing. You know, and that's why checking their economy is really, really important. And basing tendencies off the sense of like, hey, do these guys like to op? You know, if they don't op, it's safe to say that they probably won't buy one. But which if we're looking at the map right now, we have no control of cat as well as no control of tree. So they probably just walk up. Bomb down A. I should be looking at A now. And I died to that exact reason. Alright, so since I really can't peek out cat, I'm just gonna hard hold tree. Yeah, 3A, nothing mid. I think it's safe to kind of like not necessarily give up mid, but like the enemy hasn't really been pushing it. Looking to walk out. Nice. Get a little three piece. We win the round. All right, so looking at their economy, Jett can't buy. Jett's on a bad buy, almost on a bad buy. KJ's on a they can't full buy. So only one person on their team can full buy. So right now, we should have basically the utmost confidence that we are going to win this round, right? So with that being said, we definitely just gotta play for picks, play for angles, you know. No need to force anything. Just sit back and take our win. All right. So a few things we can talk about real quick is in this game. I think I played pretty all right. But things that I can work on, I would say, would be definitely playing with more confidence. I think there was a few times where I'm just kind of sitting there and not going in first. It's because I'm afraid that I'm gonna die. But at the end of the day, my job is to gain information by taking space and clearing angles, right? So, yep. And also, I should be talking to my initiators more and asking for utility so that they can enable me as hard as they can, so that I can go in and do my job. I should definitely be checking economy more, just so I know what the enemy's buying and stuff like that, and how we're sitting as a team. Because obviously, if one does something, the other should. So either we're full buying or we're not, right? We're bonusing or we're not, right? Things like that. And on top of that, based off of those buys, I should be shot calling. So if enemies have bad buys, you know, if they can't buy full guns and rifles, you know, we can play the long game. If they, you know, if they're a character that really relies on utility and they're low on money, they're probably gonna buy full util with a bad gun. And if they don't, they're probably gonna struggle, you know. So things like that. So just taking more information that I'm receiving and actually implementing it. I think I did really well as a duelist here, but I think I could have done even better as a leader in this game. So without further ado, that's going to wrap up this game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this content. If you like my content, definitely leave a like to let me know I'm doing a good job. If you want to keep up to date with me and my channel, subscribe so you never miss a video and or post that I make. As well as, if you guys would like me to do a VOD review for you, you can always submit a request in my Discord so that I can check your game out. Well, without further ado, I'm going to head out. Take care and peace.